I know I said last time this Tundra is one of one, but somehow I found another one. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great day, and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. It is Saturday. It is time to see, once again, what I thought was a one of one Tundra, but it looks like they made a second one, and this one is a little bit cheaper. Of course, I'm talking about another 6x6 Tundra. A few months ago, we did a video on a red SR5 that was turned into a 6x6 for the SEMA show, and the pricing and mileage on that, it had about 680 miles on it, and it was $175,990. Now, since then, someone has bought that red one because it's not on Auto Trader anymore. So obviously this truck isn't going to be for everyone, especially at these six-figure prices, but I still got to report on it and show you there is another one out there. So let's take a look. This one is also from Florida, down in Miami. I will put the link to the description of the truck, to the listing below, in case you are interested. Let me know what you think. We are looking at a 2022 Toyota Tundra. This is an SR5. This is actually one of the X Series Tundra. If you've heard of the term XP, it's an appearance package that is out of the southern states of the United States. All right, it's not a nationwide thing, but yeah, this is an XP. And with an appearance package, you get things like black mirror covers, the black emblem on the front, usually a wheel and tire package. They obviously went a completely different direction here with that. You get some side steps, blacked out emblems. But let's take a look at this truck. It's in celestial silver metallic. It is used. When we get to the end, I'll show you. It has just over 2,000 miles on it. Gotta love celestial silver metallic. And because it is an SR5, body color surround around the grille up there. And as I said, they blacked out the emblem. You're not going to see a lot of crazy features on this when it comes to the interior, but a very interesting looking truck. If you want a Tundra that people are going to look at everywhere you go, you're going to get eyes on you at all times, I would think it would be something like this. One thing that blows my mind when I see these 6x6 builds, wouldn't you want this with the iForce Max with more power to pull all that extra weight? That's just me. This is the regular iForce. Here's a good look at the front of the truck as we were talking about. Blacked out emblem definitely helps with the blacked out bottom part of the grille that everybody talks about, the lower bumper part that they don't really care for. They would like a separation where it says Tundra and where the fog lights are there. But the black emblem definitely helps flow everything together on the front. And they picked a mud tire, and that definitely helps as well. Another side profile. The wheels, you know, they peek out a little bit, the wheel and tire setup, little offset on there, make it look aggressive. I think silver with everything blacked out is probably the best bet to go. I like this one a lot more than that red one we saw a while ago. This one has a nice look to it, a nice clean look. I think it's just because I'm in love with celestial silver. Good side shot. You'll see that XP badge up on the back door there. This is the Crew Max. As you'll see later, it's listed as a 5.5-foot bed. I'm sure that's what it came out of the factory with. This is more like an 8-foot bed. You got that insane setup there. I looked in the listing to see if there was any, you know, specific shock package upgrades or what they used, and it looks like there definitely is, but there is no real listing on what is used in it. So if you reach out to the dealership, I'm sure they'll be able to tell you more about what was used with the suspension and, you know, all of the stuff that we can't see from here. What do you think of the wheels on this? It has a big mud terrain tire setup on it. Going to be a heavy, heavy load for that iForce engine for sure. Has the 6x6 Extreme Custom Edition logo on the bed there. Tundra inlay across the back. The truck itself, forgetting it's a 6x6, has a nice look to it with all the color scheme going. I don't know if I could ever rock a 6x6. Maybe if I was someone who brought my Tundra to SEMA often, or I had way too much money that I didn't know what to do with. Now this is what I wanted to show you. There's a little X Series badge in the back, and we saw on the side of the door that XP. Once again, appearance package in the southern states, and that is common. There are quite a few. There's a TSS package down in Gulf States Toyota. There's these little packages regionally around the country that you could easily drive down there and get, but for me in the Northeast, all we get is TRD Sport, TRD Off-Road, you know, the national packages. We don't have any, you know, area packages like this, but I do like the fact that the TSS and the X Series really do enhance an SR5 with a better wheel and tire package and some interior cues and, you know, things like side steps and they black out emblems and things like that. It's a nice step if you don't want to do anything to your truck, but you want it to look a little bit different. The bed is going to be very useful in this. There's still a lot of bed space. They had to make some wheel well area for the 6x6 setup in the back, but it still looks like there's a giant bed. It is an 8-foot bed, so you're going to be able to put all your stuff in there if you're hauling. They got some blue seats going on the interior with the regular SR5 setup. Now, one thing I want to call out here, when we look at these 6x6, and once again, this is number 2. Both of them were SR5, right? And they were both like a lower level of SR5. They don't have anything crazy in it. If I was someone that was going to buy this truck, I think I would want this truck and maybe a limited or a high-end SR5 setup. Because if I'm spending this kind of money, give me the JBL sound system. Give me the heated ventilated seats. Give me the 14-inch screen. You know, give me all of the good stuff to go along with this setup. Because it has a nice, upgraded, unique setup on the outside. But when you get to the inside, it has, you know, the 8-inch screen. It doesn't have a lot of special stuff going on. It has the blue seats, but nothing else has that blue accent on the inside. So I think if I was to spend this money, I would probably want this built up onto something like a higher end SR5 or a Limited or a 1794, something crazy. Go all the way. Go all the way when you're in 6 figures, right? The blue back seats as well, gray headliner, and then everything else is just your regular Tundra on the inside. It's really just the seats. I don't know if those are just covers or those are actual. I'm guessing and hoping for the price that's the actual seat itself, like a cat skin cover or something like that, and not just a cover they threw over. Who knows? And there's a look at your wheel and tire setup there. Cosmo Mud Kicker tires. And it's a pretty nice looking wheel, to be honest with you. Simulated bead lock look to it. Very interesting, very interesting. I'm not really quite sure what to say. $145,000 they're asking for, 2,782 miles. It is your regular I-Force engine on this, like we said. Has the celestial silver exterior and a blue/black interior. The 10-speed automatic transmission. Has 4-wheel drive, 6x6. And it was a 5.5-foot bed, probably when it came out of the factory. But it's looking more like an 8-foot bed on there now. So the other 6x6 we saw was $176,000, and this is $145,000. Which one would you choose? Of course, there's a difference in mileage. The red one had just over 600, maybe 680, almost 700 miles, and this has 2,600 miles. Which one would you take home? Do you agree with me that if you were to see these 6x6s, you would think they would be on something of more of a high-end trim or more of a packaging on the inside? We've now seen 2, both SR5 and both with the 8-inch screen and the fabric seat setup, kind of like the less is more on the interior with a very aggressive looking outside. I'd love to hear what you guys think about this truck. Is anyone interested in something like this? Does anyone want to be unique on the road? Because that is what this is. I said 1 of 1 last video, 2 of 2. Now I've only seen 2 of them. Definitely like a SEMA truck, a show truck. Is this something that you would do? And if it is something you would want to do, what would you do to this truck to make it even more unique? I'd love to hear what you guys think. Once again, if you are interested, down in the description, I'll put the link to the website. It's down in Miami, Florida, if you want to go pick this thing up. Till next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34@gmail.com. You guys have a great day. Be safe and be well.